evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mystics Outlook. Joined as always by Raymond Lyons, third OW Jr., Wilson Tyree Jr. Let's get straight to it. Watching the Mystics told you guys in the midst of a 3-game road trip. That's why we're talking to you guys this very late or this early, depending how you look at it. The Sparks use their defense to power pass the Mystics 89-82. Ray, just get your initial thoughts, and we'll go to Cardell.
Uh, Sparks 3-point shooting, man. They shot 59% from three. It's, it's hard to lose when you're putting the ball in the hole like that. Then you mentioned their defensive pressure. Even though Leilani Mitchell, she still had a good game, but without Natasha Cloud, kind of did a direct traffic. With that type of pressure, the Sparks backcourt puts on you, along with Brittany Sykes, it's a little difficult to navigate that. We saw that the Mystics had 20 turnovers. Giving the ball to the other team that much, it's kind of hard to win the game. Even though they dominated on the glass, just those extra possessions they gave the Sparks was on top of how well the Sparks were shooting. It just buried them. And on top of that, the Mystics didn't shoot the ball particularly well. They were 40% from the field. 40% from three is respectable, but yeah, with those turnovers on top of the Sparks hot shooting and how we're turning the Mystics over, it's just too much to deal with, man. Then with the Mystics not having their full roster, they're battling some injuries. They on that West Coast time just look a little weary. They got off to a hot start, but the Sparks were able to settle down. They had a huge second quarter, and that just kind of tipped things in their favor. And it's a back and forth game, but LA did enough down the stretch to get the win.
Cardell.
Yeah, the Mystics didn't shoot well outside of Tina and Leilani. Turn the ball over. We all know what happens when you turn the ball over. You pretty much help another team beat you as usual. But the Sparks, they allow the Sparks to do what they do best, and that's getting the passing lanes and get steals and blocks. I don't think people understand how potent defensively the Sparks are. I think they're second. No, they're second in WNBA steals. 8.8 a game. Tonight they reached their average, and they're fourth in blocks. They averaged 4.5, and they exceeded that tonight with 6. So they attack passing lanes. I think I'm seeing on social media the big still late by Terry Cooper. When Leilani tried to do the dribble handoff, it was kind of lax, lazy, and she jumped it, got the ball, and went all the way, kind of sealed the deal. You can't let teams play to their strengths, especially one that kind of they're kind of anemic offensively. Even though they shot lights out from the field tonight, Mystics still had a chance to win the game. That just tells you what it is. You know what I mean? So when you allow a team to get comfortable enough to correct their bad offense, which they've been struggling shooting the ball throughout the season, plus do what they do well, you more than likely want to lose that game, man. And that's exactly what happened there. And I don't understand how you allow the bench to have 53 points. They outscored the starting lineup. You know what I mean? It's just, meanwhile, your bench had 8. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. And I know people can say, well, the Mystics don't have a lot. They have a lot of players out. The Sparks have 5 players out too, including their best player. So it's no excuse. I know they're on the road, but these type of wins, you got to pull out. And they had their chances. Tina been on one. Leilani, she's woken up. She's playing like Leilani. Atkins, that's my girl. She got to step up. Ever since she got the nod for USA basketball, she hasn't shot the ball well. She got to step up. She got hit shots. They need her. With everybody out, man, it just is what it is, man. So it's little things that can be corrected. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why they lost tonight.
Yeah, sometimes it's just really that simple. Take care of the ball. We literally saw you 2 nights ago. You don't beat Seattle if you were as careless with the ball against them as you were tonight against LA. We saw, the opposite ends of the spectrum. Taking care of the ball gives you a great chance any night, and doing this, literally like Cardo mentioned, even with those offensive numbers, everything LA got was in transition. nothing good really came out of the half court for them on a regular basis. It was transitions. Even the moments when Washington got back in the game, it was when they didn't turn the ball over. And again, this is something I think we saw early in the year. Forgot another team where they were just kind of lax with the dribble handoffs. They were lax with the passes, people not coming to the ball. Just little things like that, man. And this is what happens. They got a day to, get over it and try to wrap up this kind of West Coast trip a little bit, or this road trip period. I think they got Dallas on Saturday before they come back home on Tuesday. And when they come back home on Tuesday, that's a tough game too. But, you're 1-1 on this road trip. It would behoove you to finish this trip off strongly because right now, you won 5 of the last 6. Now it's 5 of the last 7. So now, some of the good that you did kind of undoing. And, you're 7-7 right now. Don't really make sense to go backwards. After tonight, you can't have another one of these come Saturday.
Yeah.
Just taking care of the ball.
Because if they lose, they're going to drop to 7. Yeah. And ironically, you said they played Dallas on Saturday.
Yes.
Ironically, Dallas is a half game back at 7-8. And Chicago on a hell of a win. They won 7 in a row since Candace came back. She's on a mission. They pissed her off with that Olympic thing, so she's just gonna be in kill mode trying to get the chip. So yeah, you gotta win these games, man, because it kind of in a sense gives back to Seattle one. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's tough. It's gonna be tough, man. And then with it a 7, so they in the 5th seed now. They're 7-7, but the Liberty is 7-8, Dallas is 7-8, but the Mercury, Lynx, and Sparks that just beat them are 6-7. So you could easily, if you lose the next 2 games, be right back in like the 10th spot you were like a week and a half ago. So they gotta figure out a way. They gotta figure it out.
Yeah, and even with the lack of bodies thing, like I don't even care about that too much anymore. That's a fact. We know what that is. Period. It's something you have to deal with. You're not the only team dealing with it. It might be dealing with it a little bit more than other teams. But the bottom line is you turn the ball over 12 times a night, you probably walk out of this game with a win instead of 21 times. It's even more just you already know the margin of error is even more slim for you guys because you don't have the bodies. It's just that simple. And Cardo, you mentioned the Sparks starting lineup. Amanda Zawi B was the only one to record double figures for them in the starting lineup. Everything else came off that bench. I don't know if another Sparks starter hits like 7 points.
Wheeler had 9, but yeah, she 3 for 12. But then, the UConn legend, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about her sister?
Yeah, me and her sister, my fault. And Brittany Sykes, she had 14. And Ted Cooper is speedy.
And that 26 got her hurt because it was all layups.
Nah, but it wasn't. I mean, yeah, but I'm looking more at her defense.
Oh, not for sure.
She had them like really hesitating to pass the ball, man. You know what I mean? It was because she was jumping the pass lane. She came with energy, and sometimes that's all you need, man. She came with energy. She disrupted the game. You know how they say certain defenders are, excuse my language, the fuck up person.
Mm-hmm.
She fucked them up. She fucked them up, man. So she had them like, should I pass? Should I not? And once you get a team like that, it is just, it's just tough, man, because you need everybody to do what they're supposed to do right now with everybody out. Otherwise, you're gonna keep getting these results, man. They don't have any room for error because they got the next 2 games. Then I think they got 2 before the Olympic break in July.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, having her and Sykes out there on perimeter is just crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. And she was starting early in the season. Maybe he's just trying different lineup changes. And we know Sykes been a starter the majority of her career. And we know she could go. She's a bucket. So,
yeah. So
having that come off your bench is tough.
The Wings on Saturday. The Connecticut Sun on Tuesday at home. And
then they got 2 July before the Olympic break.
Yep. And then the Liberty. And where's the last one? Then the Sky.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can't afford another one of these turnover happy games. The rest, forget the rest of forget until the break, but this season period. But you definitely can't afford it going into the Olympic break. You can't, like, again, the margin of error for you right now is so small. Can't do it.
And you got another feisty guard coming over Bawale. You know, oh man.
Yep.
And they coming off a win. They just smacked on Indiana. So, hey man. Whew. But like I said, you got two Olympians. You know what I'm saying? That's how people gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? And Tina doing what she's supposed to do. Like she can't be three. She can't be 3 for 14. Like they cannot afford it. I like the fact she added 7 rebounds, 7 assists to try to, you know, she showed up in other areas, but she got to make shots. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so Sabali and all that. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. They gotta bring it on Saturday.
Yep. So again, do you guys have anything else you wanted to add before we pretty much take a brief break and talk to you guys on Saturday afternoon?
Nah.
So y'all have a great night. We'll see you very soon. For us all, signing off from Mystics Outlook.